Hey everyone, it's Rebecca Rhodes. Happy Thursday. So here's what's happening in the studio, and then I'll do a little bit of painting. I'm editing this video for my online school, and I hope to have this finished by the end of June, if not sooner. This owl is just about finished. Okay. I just need to do some final details on this guy. But today, I'll do some of this. Cars are fun. So what I'm doing is I'm working on the darkest parts of this car right now. I'm deepening these areas. I'm working on the tire. I can't remember if I was going to say anything else. So I'll just get into it. All right, so I'm just adjusting my camera a bit here. All right. I'm using Payne's Gray, and I have different consistencies, just a little bit on the brush, and I want to deepen the darkest parts. I've been gradually building thin applications of color to create like an interesting black here, and now I'll put Payne's Gray over it. There's just a bit of color on the brush. And I have to make, let's see, I might need to do it more watery. I'm kind of experimenting with the consistency. It looks gray on the palette, but it looks brown on the paper, and I'm not sure if I like this. I might... Okay, I'll put on the gray, and then I think I might need to put in... Yeah, this is good. It's not as dark as I want it to be yet. Adjust the shape if needed. It's not as dark as I want it to be, but I like how this unifies all the colors underneath. I'll probably end up putting ultramarine blue over this. That's good. Okay, this is the consistency of like whole milk. I'm just carefully like making sure I stay in the shape and sometimes adjusting the shape. I shouldn't have to adjust the shape if I established it correctly at the beginning. But I don't, there. This is a milky consistency. I'm using a super light touch. I'm barely touching the paper. But I don't know if you can see this. I can still see the previous colors underneath. And I can see some lighter and darker values, which looks really cool because it creates shadow. Here's the consistency. What do you think? Milky? Like whole milk maybe? I need to adjust the shape right down there, and I will. I'll let it dry first. All right. I really enjoy creating these, like the reflections in the light and all these small details. I think one more application, and I think it's going to be ultramarine blue. One more application will do it. I already did this. I went in, I wet it with water, and then I just touched in Payne's Gray. And underneath there was Winsor blue. It looks really nice. Okay. There's a little area right here that's black. I'm going to put in... We'll see how it looks with the Payne's Gray. I don't know if I'll like it, but that's okay. Thin applications, you can always adjust it. Okay, that looks brown. We'll gradually build that color. I have a little place down here too that's a different hue of black. Different hue? Actually, I'm not sure. Yeah. I wasn't sure about the shape. Yeah, but that's working. I like that. Okay. I'm going into the tire. I see like the tire. This is the dark part of the tire, and I see a brownish. So what I'm going to do is pick up a little bit of burnt sienna. I always tell myself I shouldn't use this good brush to pick up color. You shouldn't. Alright, so I see kind of a brown here. It's super watery. I love this brush. It's a Billy Shoal fine tip brush. Alright, let that dry. I'm going to go in here. And the lightest color I see is some really super watery Payne's Gray. I'm starting with this watery. Dry the brush and just pick up a little bit. And this is going everywhere. Sometimes this brush, whenever you dry it, whenever I rinse the brush, I always turn it like this to keep the point. Got a little hair sticking out there, it's bothering me. I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel after it's finished. I usually sign off around 12:25, 12:30. Gotta fix that brush. Okay. You gotta work around the shapes. Okay, I'm gonna go right over that yellow. That was like a reflection. It's so pale you can still see it, see the yellow through it, which is good. It's like the reflection of the sun. Okay, that's the lightest gray I see. Maybe I'll touch in a little bit more. Well, no, I'm not going to touch in any more. Okay? All right, let's check. So that's the inner tire. And then this is the white part, but it's really not white. It's more, I'm going to use that same watery gray. It'll look white. And I'm just going to go over this. So it's just not so bright white. It'll just tone down the white a little bit. You won't even realize I put the color on there. Whoop. Sorry, I got a text there. Okay, this all needs to dry now. And it shouldn't take long. They're such thin applications. I'm going to go back in now. That's dry already. I'm going to pick up ultramarine blue. This is watery to milky. I'm hoping this will be the final. Yep, that's dry. Hopefully this will be the final application. Get that consistency right. If it's too thick, it'll pick up color, previous color, and if it's too thin, well, then it's not thick enough. That sounded stupid. This might work. It's a straight ultramarine blue. Man, you gotta take your time. I get to hurrying. Now, I'm not going to touch this anymore until the surrounding color has been applied so that I can really tell. That's as deep as that's going to go for now. Now that's dry already. So now I'm going to go in with Payne's Gray over this brown. And I'll just go over that darker area there too. Okay. Do the edge and then fill it in. Now it looks brown, but it will go deeper. Just got my hand in that. I just got my hand in there. I'll let it dry and then fix it. Okay. Put some Payne's Gray over this. When I first started, I did the underpainting because there were different hues of black. There were some brown blacks and there were some red blacks. Okay. Trying to decide what to do next. Okay, so I've been gradually deepening this. And I think I'm going to go deeper. Thanks for that comment. What I'm doing is I'm adjusting my photo. I'm adjusting the brightness on my photo so I can tell exactly how dark I want to go with this. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. So far, I applied quinacridone. Is that how you say it? Red. This is Scarlet Lake. I want it to be a little lighter here, a little lighter here. And now I'm just going to put a layer of, what's it going to be? Ooh, what's it going to be? It's kind of scary. I'm going to try Scarlet Lake. Now, you know what I'm going to do? Scarlet Lake, mix it with, I already have on the palette some of this quinacridone. Super watery, because I'm going to put it on wet on dry, which is kind of scary. All right. I feel like I gotta work fast. This is, whoops. This is hot press paper. and it dries quickly. There. Okay, so at the top, I'm just going to touch in some. I see a shape up here. It's lighter at the top. Okay, now that everything is wet, I can kind of just touch in some texture with the side of the brush. Because we have some different different values of red. Okay, good. And then right down here, there's a lighter area right there, so I'm just gonna, there we go. I'm doing all of this while it's still, the paper's still wet. All right, so we'll see how that looks once that's dry. I think I'm just going to soften this with a very light touch. Just going to soften the edge. So what we'll have is it's lighter here. Lighter here, it's lighter up here. And then we've got this cool shadow right there, which I'll deepen. Okay, I'm starting to like that red. That's looking good. I'm going to sign off in about 2 minutes. What I'll do now is just go in and I'm going to go over this once again with Payne's Gray. I keep switching palettes because I have different colors on different palettes. I'm going to go back in with Payne's Gray. Clean up the edge. And then just go in and deepen the value. Okay, we almost have lit. That's nice. Now you see, it's kind of a reddish black there, and then it's kind of, you can still see a bit of brown underneath that black. I might just have to go over that one more time. Okay, I'll need to go in and fix my brush. I need to go in and fix this where I messed it up with my hand. Okay, so that's what's happening with that. And I'm going to sign off. I'm going to put this on YouTube, and I'll be back tomorrow a little bit after 12 working on who knows what. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. See ya.